welcome back to my channel. So I have some special guests today and I'm so excited for y'all to meet them. They are my amazing wedding planners. Guys, thank you so much for saving my wedding. Seriously, I do not know what I'd do without them. So do y'all want to introduce yourself and just say a little bit about RK Meetings and yeah.
My name is Abby Nowlin and I am a planner with RK Weddings and Events. And I just got married myself, so it's been fun to walk through the process of helping Dani plan her wedding after having just gone through it.
That's right, and my name is Karen Rayport and I am an owner and planner at RK Weddings and Events. And we're really excited that Dani chose us to be her planners.
Y'all know me, I put some wedding content out there and it's been very, I just don't know how to get through it without them. And so I have some questions that you guys left me on one of my Instagrams because I wanted to do a Q&A with you guys because they're the professionals and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. They planned so many weddings, very experienced, and y'all, it's a lot of work. And so I'm excited to share some of these answers with y'all. Leave a comment down below if you have any other questions. Make sure you subscribe for more videos and we'll jump right in. First question I want to ask is, why do you need a wedding planner?
Think about it. You've never done this before. No bride has ever gotten married before, right? And there's an entire industry that throws a lot of information at you. You need a photographer, you need a DJ, no, you need a band. These are the best venues to go to. No, there's a lot of pressure to have a beautiful wedding. It's usually a day a bride, and at least the bride, maybe not the groom, have been dreaming of their entire lives. Yeah. So really, you need someone to help you navigate all of that information or else it becomes more stressful than fun. Mm-hmm. And it should be the most beautiful time in your life, right? Absolutely. It should be like bonding and you're spending time with your fiance and dreaming together and making the planning fun, but it's a ton of work.
Wedding planner can also, it is like a service that you're paying for, but they can also help you stay on budget. So what I really liked is, I got to share with them what I cared about, and then they would bring me 3 options that were in my budget. So I wasn't getting my heart broken, reaching out to all these different vendors that are just way out of my budget, which I thought was really helpful. The second question I have is, do y'all think a second photographer at the wedding is worth it? Or will one capture enough of a day? What about videography?
I'll take this one
since
I just went through it. I think that hiring a videographer is essential. The pictures are gonna capture your day and they're gonna show the theme and the aesthetic and all those things. But the emotion and the intimacy and the love that you and your spouse are sharing is not gonna be as much captured in the pictures as much in the video. Mm-hmm. And so when you get to go back and watch the video and relive the day, there's something so special about that. And so Karen and I cannot recommend getting a videographer enough.
Yeah, how many hours have you spent on YouTube just bawling, watching wedding videos?
That's right.
It's so true, they're so sentimental and it's so special to look back on. What are the best things to splurge on and what are things that you should try to save money on?
Oh, okay, I have a strong opinion on this.
Go for it. Go for it.
And then you can pipe in. So my strong opinion is that is not a set answer for every bride, right?
True.
So in Dani's case, she really wanted, obviously, photography because she's so into media and wanted a great party and an amazing band. And we like to say, question of 3s. Identify 3 things that are most important and then 3 things that are lesser important, because somewhere you rob Peter to pay Paul, right? You can't stay on budget and go over in every area. So.
And do you think it's best to choose those things for yourself or consider your guests?
Ooh, that's such a good question.
That's something I struggled with a lot because I was like, okay, well, I like, Mexican food. I'm really easy, but I don't know if my guests are going to be happy with that or,
Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
What do you think,
tough.
Abby?
It's tough. I think in the end it's your day, and so you need to decide on the things that are most important to you, and your guests are just there to celebrate you. And if they're going to be picking apart what you chose, then that's not really what it's about. And so I think you need to decide from the get-go what are the most important things to you, and if you cut back on the food a little bit, then that was your decision, and that's okay.
And I think that for me it's a delicate balance, but definitely more toward make it your day, because people can have fun in so many scenarios. You don't have to worry about formal versus casual. I think guests can get into any style of wedding, but you do have to keep in mind having enough food, not leaving them hungry for too long, comfort of the seats, can they see you? So there's certain guest things that we always look at to make sure we're making it a good experience for
Right.
us.
What has been your favorite part of planning a wedding so far? So for me, it's been getting close to Jordan's mom. She calls me. Yeah, it's been really fun. Like we talk on the phone like every day now. We'll go to lunch, and she's helped me at my dress fittings, picking out my bridesmaids' dresses, and so that's really special. And then I would say, of course, like picking out a dress was so fun. I went to so many places. It was ridiculous. Sometimes I still go. Like even though I already made my dress, I'm like, I'm getting married. Can I just try it a couple more? How did you choose your wedding ceremony, reception, music, or DJ? I'm having a hard time deciding. Yeah, that was tough for me.
Ooh, yeah. That was your toughest.
That was probably my toughest. Because bands are expensive.
Yeah. It's really budget driven, you know, like you
That's
said,
true.
bands are very expensive, and it's not just the expense of the band. You have to add a $2,000 stage for them to stand on. And you have to, right?
You just don't think about these things.
Yeah, you don't think of these things that compound, and then the MC is extra, and the ceremony music is extra when you're dealing with a band. So if the budget doesn't allow, which is often the case, then we're looking at DJs. And luckily with DJs, they're playing whatever music you've asked them to play.
Yeah,
so it comes down to personality, right? Like who do you think is going to run the show and be a great MC for your day? What package includes extras like maybe stage lighting or some other fun extras that bring value to your event?
Yeah. In terms of wedding planning, what are the best things to take care of early on in engagement, and what things can wait till closer to the actual wedding? This is a good
Ooh, good one. I know you'll know this.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll start, and then if you want to finish off. So picking your vision, deciding what you want your day to look like. When you go to Pinterest, every girl has a Pinterest board of what they want their day to look like. Did that, and so you have your vision. Have expectations when you have that vision. Pick your date, and then decide on your venue. Those are the two big things. Because without a date, you can't find a venue, and if you don't have a date when you go to the venue, then you're stuck. So I would say those are the things that you really need to focus on in deciding, finding the middle ground, because you also have to consider your family. It's not just what works for you and your future spouse.
Would add to that list, guest list.
Absolutely.
Because really, people throw out random number. I want a 150-person wedding.
Yeah.
Well, and then they do the guest list, and they really only have 100 people,
That's so
or
true.
they really need 200 spots.
Yeah.
So really sitting down and actually making an Excel spreadsheet of the list, or a numbers, spreadsheet of the list, and having an accurate estimate guest count. That affects budget and
That's so
where
true.
you can take your wedding.
Yeah.
So one venue may not accommodate
Yeah.
your group as large as you need. So.
That's true. And also whenever you go look at venues, a lot of time that will help you decipher like what the future is going to look like in terms of planning, because a lot of venues you have to use certain vendors, so you won't have to do all that research, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, but like my venue they didn't require that we use like a certain caterer or a certain florist or whatever it was, so we actually had to like kind of build it from the bottom up.
Yes.
So you always had an idea of your dream wedding. Did it change throughout the planning process?
Whoa.
So it did. It changed a lot. And I am so sorry. I'm gonna publicly apologize. This is my apology statement. I'm sorry.
I was laughing at the question about how do you keep yourself from being indecisive? And I'm like, is she gonna be honest?
Don't ask
Because
Dani.
she was indecisive.
Just don't. Oh man. So yeah, it changed a lot. It changed in every way possible. Like, I mean, I feel like we probably just planned this wedding in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would
Pretty
agree.
much.
I would agree.
Pretty much. It started coming together a few months ago.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. But so it did change a lot, and I would just say learn from my mistakes and set your budget and stick to it, and just go with your gut, and yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna add, it's okay. Like, we expect you to be indecisive a little bit. This is hopefully one and only time you're gonna do this, and so people come in with a lot of dreams and expectations, and some of them aren't realistic, you know. And so we have to be like the bearer of bad news that, ooh, no, you're not gonna get married at the Four Seasons.
Like,
No, that budget's not gonna go
Why
that
not?
far. You know, right? It can be really, really a downer. So it's our job to help you go from the sort of sad piece of that to showing you that you can reinfuse,
Absolutely.
and have the same spirit of day that you envisioned.
Right,
But
sure.
just be in a slightly different way than you thought.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And I guess it helped me making decisions, just remembering like what the meaning of this is in the first place.
Yes,
absolutely.
And just being excited to actually marry Jordan, like our lives together. Then it was easier for me to make decisions because I'm like, okay, I don't need to stress so much about the color of the bridesmaids' dresses.
Right.
Like just keeping everything in perspective
Absolutely.
helps. But yeah, I need to take my own. Okay, let's see. How did you decide on the flavor and the design of your cake? So we did the cake tasting together. I just had a picture that I pulled from a magazine of a cake I really liked. Cake wasn't like my biggest priority, but when we were actually at the tasting, I was like, wait, we should do something kind of fun with the groom's cake. So we ended up doing like a peanut butter icing with chocolate,
yummy,
which is, I know that not everyone's gonna like that, so that's why for the main cake, or what's it called, the bride's cake, we did just like vanilla with white icing.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a lot of out-of-town cousins coming in who we haven't seen in a while and started having kids who we've never met. Are we obligated to invite the entire family if they are far enough that they have to fly? Can we really expect out-of-town guests to not bring their kids?
That's such a good question.
It is. I don't think you can expect them not to be able to bring their kids. That's asking a lot of someone, especially when they're flying in, because then they have to find childcare for someone to stay with their kids over an extended period of time. So I think you have to decide, is their presence more important to you, or are you okay with saying, I'm sorry, we can't come because we can't bring our kids? And then you also have to decide, do you want kids at your wedding or do you not want kids at your wedding? I really didn't want kids at my wedding, and that was more boiled down to a budget choice. I had a really smaller than average budget, and so kids only if they were flying from out of town and close family were they able to come. And so that's kind of what you have to decide. Are you willing to feed the kids? Are you willing for them to kind of be running around? And if that's the atmosphere you want, that's great. But if it's not, then expect those people with kids to be able to say, I'm sorry, we can't make it.
Absolutely.
I really wanted kids at my wedding, but none of my friends have kids. But I do, but they're like,
You can hire kids, Dani.
Yeah.
Hire kids. Sky's the limit for you.
Like, you know how cute it is?
They are cute.
Kids are like,
I know, it's sweet. It's really sweet.
Next question is, love the wedding shoes. What is the heel height? I actually brought the shoes here for you guys. I'm actually deciding on 2 different pair.
Ooh.
So here they are. Yay. So these were from Bella Bell, which are
so pretty.
This needs to be like steamed or something. These are probably the ones I'm going to wear though, because I like the straps on them, and they are 4 inches, and I wore them this past weekend and they're so comfortable. I was like running in these. What are you giving your bridesmaids and groomsmen as gifts? For mine, for the bridesmaids, I am giving them these really pretty robes from Beholden, and then I'm putting together this like little goodie bag of like bauble bar earrings they can wear on the day. Sam Edelman is like sponsoring and giving them all shoes for the actual ceremony and the reception. I'm giving them like a bunch of makeup, nail polish that they can use, just like a whole like glam package.
Nice.
I did robes, and then I also had coffee mugs that were monogrammed with their names on them, since they were all up so early on the day of mine.
I love that.
And then I also did little bracelets for them that had the little knot, and it said, "Thank you for helping me tie the knot."
Oh, that's so cute.
So it was really cute.
What about groomsmen?
Groomsmen, my husband got everybody flasks and engraved their names on them, which was really
Classic.
cool.
I
So
love
yes,
it.
classic guy gift.
I actually don't know what Jordan's doing.
Yeah.
I better check on that. Make sure he's on that.
Follow up.
I think personalization is awesome, but
I
just
know.
make sure you're not putting on there like Dani and Jordan's wedding, because
Yeah.
people don't want to walk away with something that says that. They want their own name, you know.
That's a good point. Last question is, Weddington Way is closing. Any other bridesmaids dress options that would be wonderful for us? I actually don't know, because that was actually the only option. Who did you use?
I used Azazi for mine, which you can do all online. So if you're, I had bridesmaids all over the United States, so I kind of had the issue of not everybody being able to go in and try on.
Also though, like, Nordstrom has really good bridesmaids dresses, and some of, like, Lulu's has really,
yes.
and I like them
Yes.
because it's like free shipping, free returns, and
Yeah.
so your bridesmaids can order it, try it on, send you a picture if they like it. If they don't like it,
Absolutely.
you just ship it right back. Well, I think those are all the questions. Thank you all so
Yay.
much
Thank
for
Thank
being on
you.
my channel,
Thank you,
and
thank
I
you.
will make sure to put their links down below to RK Meetings and Events. They plan not just weddings, but events all over Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.